much responsibility do we take for the conflict that arises in our relationships? So often we feel hurt, or we experience difficulty in our relationships with others, and we find ourselves angry at why things went the way they went, or why the other party did what they did. But after reflecting on this question myself, I think and realize for myself now that a lot of times when we get into these relationships and these conflicts, there were times when I knew what the other party needed and I chose not to respond, or there were times when I knew it was time to stop and I chose not to stop. There may have been times where I felt a certain kind of way about the direction things were headed, but instead of speaking and being honest and open about how I felt, I kept it to myself and I let the resentment build. And then I act surprised later when things begin to erupt. The outcome starts to go in a direction that I didn't intend on it going. And then everything blows up in your face. And how does not taking that responsibility at the moment affect other areas of our lives? Well, when we do that, and then we experience the pain and the consequences of either not being open about how we felt, or not acknowledging the nudge that we feel internally when we feel it, we experience pain and dissatisfaction from the outcome of those decisions. And we begin to build this false paradigm within our minds that says when this happens, or when these things begin to occur in relationships, this is the direction it's going to head. But we never actually take responsibility for our part of that. And so we end up going into other areas of our lives and experiencing pain repetitively, because instead of taking the responsibility to be open and to speak our mind and to answer the nudges that we feel internally, we choose to hold back and accept that this pain and this outcome is always what's going to happen, never realizing that we have the power to change it. We have the responsibility to deal with the conflict in our relationships if we're willing to take courage and speak and take action when we feel the nudge.